Most nursing students are making this one study mistake, and it's costing them their grades and their sanity. I'm a nursing student who's cracked the code behind getting good grades without pulling all-nighters, and today I'm going to share the exact method that I wish I knew sooner. Nursing school takes a ton of time to study for, and sometimes it seems like the more time that you spend studying, the less time that you're learning. Or maybe you aren't getting the grades that you want despite spending countless hours writing out flashcards and concept maps. I'm going to show you how I work part time, tutor, run a YouTube channel, run a podcast, and spend evenings with my wife every day and carve out time for video games, all while making A's. And trust me, I am nowhere near a genius. Tip number one, minimize your setup. Your number one goal should be minimizing the time it takes for you to set up to study and maximizing your actual study time. Writing flashcards, rewriting notes, rereading your book several times, highlighting might help you retain some information, but you will not actually learn anything. The faster you get material in a flashcard form, the more time you can spend studying. You have a limited amount of time and you need to divide it so that most of your time is actually spent going over material in several different ways that I'll tell you about here shortly. During lecture, you take detailed notes in your preferred format, and it should be more than you just making little notes on your teacher's PowerPoints. Here's the secret. You're going to turn these notes into flashcards on Quizlet. Again, this is to save you time making those flashcards, and also Quizlet has some really cool interactive quizzes and games that is really good for those of you that find going through flashcards over and over again really boring or tedious. Tip number two, study, study, study. Your notes need to be complete and your flashcards need to be complete the same day or at the very most within 24 hours after that lecture. And now you're going to study those flashcards and skim through your notes. You're going to do this every day. From the time that you make any set of flashcards, you will look at all of them every day. In order to move on to the next step, you need to have gone over your flashcards and your notes, and you need to be pretty familiar with your material. Again, not enough to take a test on, but you need to be really familiar with the material and have gone over your flashcards several times. This should be done within 1 to 2 days of lecture. Preferably, by the end of the lecture day, you are studying those flashcards for the first time. Step number three, and this is the secret sauce, this is the Feynman method. So the Feynman method has been proven to be the most effective study method no matter what your learning style is for long-term and deep understanding in a short amount of time. So it involves 4 different steps. Step number one is what we've already done up to this point, which is to get to know your topic. That involves studying the flashcards and studying your notes so that we can go on to step number two, which is kind of a weird part at first, but invest like $10, $15 in a whiteboard and some markers and literally teach your topic to no one or to a stuffed animal, to your kids, to your dog, whatever it takes. You will use your notes as your agenda, and your goal is to teach while looking at the notes or flashcards as little as possible. Step four is actually going to happen during this step, even though that they're listed separately. Your main goal is to teach this like you were teaching it to a 5-year-old and to have them understand all of the concepts that you're going over. You are actively taking complex concepts and you're simplifying it in real time. This actually has an effect of you understanding something on a seriously deep and simple level. Step number three, you will note anywhere that you get stuck, the things you weren't able to break down and you don't understand well enough. This is where you're going to stop and you're going to focus on that individual thing until you are able to break it down. And then you're going to start the process over again from the top until you're able to get through all of the material that you've taken notes on without stopping, and preferably by just glancing very quickly at your note just to know what to talk about next. This study session can take anywhere from 2 to 4 hours tops, and that is to get a complete understanding of everything in that week's material. So remember, minimize your study setup to maximize your study time, study everything very well, and do it quickly and close to lecture. And finally, finish off with the Feynman technique to solidify everything in your brain for the long term. In the description is a link to my podcast so you can stay motivated and informed on the go. I have a whole podcast actually dedicated to this study method and how to use it properly and why it's important. If you found this helpful, hit the like, subscribe, notification icon, comment for anything that you would like to see going forward. Again, thanks so much for watching.